Hello, welcome back. It is now 12:30 p.m., October 26th. I'm Kathleen Sundin with your Cardinal News.
And I'm Stephen Tobin. On Wednesday, October 18th, the Student Engagement Center Ballroom hosted a lecture led by author Carol J. Adams on her book, The Sexual Politics of Meat. Here's Carla Bayo with more on the event.
Hello, Cardinals. We're here at the Student Engagement Center Ballroom, where speaker Carol J. Adams is going to give out a lecture about the sexual politics of meat. Let's take a look.
My book, The Sexual Politics of Meat, was published, and within 2 weeks I got an invitation to come speak at a university. So I think the university and college community recognized that this was a conversation on a topic that was important to that community. I realized I was a hypocrite to care about ponies and dogs and not about cows and pigs, and that the animals that suffer almost the most are female animals in laying eggs and having milk taken from them, and their babies year in and year out.
I just bought her book last week, so I've started reading it, and I thought it was super interesting, but I absolutely loved the lecture, and I think that we need more people like her to come and talk to students. She had very provocative images and very provocative thoughts too, so I need to rethink what I eat every day. Yes, I don't think that we can just not think about it anymore.
Well, everything was so nice. I mean, I've never had any vegan food before, and I thought it was going to be different. I was kind of skeptical about it, but I mean, it's actually pretty good. To me, feminism is really important. So I wanted to know how she made the connection between feminism and veganism, which I found pretty interesting because I'm not a vegan person, so that's a whole new topic to me.
This was a very interesting and informative lecture. My name is Carla Bayo for UIWtv News.
What a great idea to follow up the lecture with a vegan buffet. I would have never guessed that feminism and veganism go together so seamlessly. Thanks, Carla.
Now we bring you news from here and around the world, thanks to CNN. On Tuesday, President Donald Trump greeted minority entrepreneurs at the White House for the National Minority Enterprise Development Week Awards. After congratulating visitors on their successes, President Trump also reminded guests of his administration's tax reform objectives.
As a candidate for president, I pledge to fight to deliver opportunity for every community in America, all American children, from the Rust Belt to our inner cities. Under our plan, more than 30 million Americans who own small businesses will get a 40% cut to their top marginal tax rate. This will be the lowest rate. We're going to massively reduce the corporate tax so that companies stay in America, move to America, and hire right here in America. Our plan can be summarized in 3 simple words: jobs, jobs, jobs.
So far, Trump has not followed up on how or when he will implement his tax reform. However, he is optimistic with the progress within the North American Free Trade Agreement.
In a passionate speech, Republican Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona took to the Senate floor Tuesday to talk about President Trump's administration. Here's what the senator had to say.
The personal attacks, the threats against principles, freedoms, and institution, the flagrant disregard for truth and decency, the reckless provocations, most often for the pettiest and most personal reasons having nothing whatsoever to do with the fortunes of the people that we have been elected to serve. None of these appalling features of our current politics should ever be regarded as normal.
The president reacted to the speech on Twitter stating, quote, "Great to see that Dr. Kelly Ward is running against Jeff Flake, who is weak on borders, crime, and non-factor in the Senate. He's toxic," end quote. Jenny Beth Martin of the Tea Party Patriots and a Trump supporter also reacted to the speech saying that this is, quote, "the best decision he ever made as a senator," end quote. Senator Flake has officially announced that he will not run for the re-election in 2018.
On October 3rd, there was an ambush in Niger that left 2 U.S. soldiers injured and 4 dead. Keeping us updated on this event, we turn to CNN News Source for more on the story.
1,000 troops in Niger. Did you know how many men and women were on the ground in Niger and what they're doing?
I did not.
The Pentagon Monday responding to criticism by top lawmakers who say they were left in the dark on the mission in Niger.
where 4 U.S. service members were killed in an early October ambush.
If the Congress doesn't believe that they're getting sufficient information, then I need to double my efforts to provide them with information.
The Pentagon insists it kept Congress informed of the operation, and the White House says it notified congressional leaders in June about troops conducting counterterrorism duties in Niger and Cameroon. Among the questions still lingering, how Sergeant LaDavid Johnson was separated from his 12-member team as it was ambushed. His body wasn't recovered until 48 hours later. His widow speaking out on the lack of answers on ABC's Good Morning America.
I don't know how he got killed, where he got killed, or anything. I don't know that part.
We owe the families as much information as we can find out about what happened. The only thing I'm asking for today is a bit of patience to make sure that what we provide to you, when we provide it, is factual.
And facts are what Pentagon investigators are continuing to pursue as they release a preliminary timeline of that deadly attack.
From the time the firefight was initiated until Sergeant Johnson's body was recovered, French, Nigerian, or U.S. forces remained in that area.
A survivor summed up the horrific event by saying, quote, "The attack became more than a military tragedy. It turned into a political controversy," end quote.
Don't go anywhere. Up next is your entertainment scoop.
Hey there, Cardinals, and welcome to UIWtv Entertainment, where we keep you updated on what is happening on campus and around the beautiful San Antonio area. I'm Brand Medina. This week's segment is all about getting creative for Halloween. But before we get into the spooky stuff, let's talk about giving back in a constructional way. Let's go with Brittany Mieles, who was at the fundraiser.
Hey Cardinals, I'm here at North Star Mall and we're about to check out San Antonio's construction. Let's head on inside and look at some structures and hear some people's thoughts.
Construction is a national nonprofit organization dedicated to ending hunger worldwide. In 215 cities, annual construction competitions gathered 210 million pounds of food for local food banks. One can help out someone in need. Visit your local food bank to volunteer or donate food if you can.
Okay, now we found some shoppers here at North Star and we're about to ask them some questions. So girls, when y'all walked in today, did y'all see this construction and did it really catch y'all's eye?
Yeah, I think it's really cool how they made the shapes out of all the cans. Yeah, the alligator was the first one that we saw together, and I kind of pronounced it wrong.
So, do y'all know what all these constructions are for?
I know it's for the food bank, and you can donate in it. I know that. Yeah, we read more into it, and we saw that you can donate to the food bank and help out other people.
So, which structure was y'all's favorite one?
The alligator. Yeah, we would have to say the alligator.
All of these cans used to make these structures are going to be donated to the San Antonio Food Bank.
I'm Brittany Mireles, and this is UIWtv.
Thanks, Brittany. The Student Engagement Center has Crafty Tuesday. You guessed it, every Tuesday. Here's Maddie Aguilar with more on the event.
The Student Engagement Center always has great ways to keep you active and relaxed outside of your classes.
Every Tuesdays from 11 to 2, we always have a crafting day.
With Halloween right around the corner, more crafting ideas will be fun.
Throughout the month, we have October-themed things. Later on, we have pumpkin painting.
Midterms may have or have you stressed. This is a good way to stay calm.
It takes your mind off of stress. If you're thinking about something, you're coming here, you're getting your hands dirty, and you're actually meeting new people around the table that you don't know.
Not only can you learn something, but you can teach others as well.
My brothers, they're younger, so I'd probably go have them try it out, see how they like it, and see if they can teach it to any of their friends.
Don't forget, every Tuesday from 11 to 2, go out and get crafty, and balance is the key to success. This is Maddie Aguilar for UIWtv Entertainment.
There's only 5 days left until it's Halloween, so if you haven't figured out what to be yet, here are a few do-it-yourself costume ideas brought to you by Andrew Ramirez.
A great idea for a do-it-yourself costume is a safari man, because you only need a few things. 1, a bucket hat. Now, you can find these in pretty much every single dorm on campus. And you also need an exotic stuffed animal of your choosing. I of course picked Dumbo. Another great do-it-yourself costume is the devil, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you call him. Because all you need is a nice shirt, a tie, and if you don't have it at home, you can buy a pair of devil horns for pretty cheap. A costume that's a little harder to put together yourself is a Top Gun pilot. But it's really easy if you have everything at home. All you need is a headset of some kind, you gamers have those, a pair of aviator glasses, and if you're lucky, you can borrow your sister's leather jacket like I did. To achieve the look of a bear attack victim, all you need to do is find a shirt that you don't like anymore, and you're already halfway there. Next, you need to cut vertical holes in your shirt to make it look like claw marks, and then just cover yourself in fake blood, and voila, you're already there. One of my favorite things to do during Halloween is to hang out with a group of friends. And by friends, I mean about 100 strangers. And with this costume, I'm the life of the party.
Awesome ideas, Andrew. Well, that's all for this week, Cardinals. I hope to see you at the future events. Until next time, stay tuned for UIWtv in Espanol. I'm your host, Brandon Medina.
Buenas tardes, cardenales. Mi nombre es Vanessa Herrera y estas son las noticias de UIWtv en español. A un mes del paso del huracán María por Puerto Rico, la isla ha reportado al menos de 76 casos de infecciones de bacteria. De acuerdo a pruebas de laboratorio, 2 personas han muerto a causa de leptospirosis, una bacteria que se encuentra en la orina de roedores y otros animales. La Organización Mundial de la Salud dijo que la bacteria tiende a propagarse después de inundaciones a través de agua potable o infecciones de heridas abiertas. Las autoridades de salud esperan que pueda haber un brote de los casos de esta infección después del huracán. Los médicos de la isla han expresado preocupaciones sobre crecientes crisis de salud en medio de hospitales poco abastecidos, mientras que la isla sufre de escasez de agua potable. En noticias internacionales, Arabia Saudita plantea construir una nueva metrópolis que se extenderá a través de 3 países. Este proyecto, el cual costará $500 mil millones, es el último de una serie de megaproyectos diseñados para remodelar la economía del reino. El ambicioso plan llamado NEOM contempla el uso de energía regenerativa, vehículos sin conductor y drones de pasajeros. De acuerdo al Fondo de Inversión Pública de Arabia Saudita, todos los servicios y procesos de NEOM serán automáticos, con el objetivo de convertirse en el destino más eficiente del mundo. La semana pasada, las plataformas de Twitter y Facebook se inundaron de mensajes con la etiqueta Me Too y Yo También, en contra del acoso y el abuso sexual. La idea surgió en respuesta al escándalo del productor de Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein, el cual ha sido acusado de abuso sexual por parte de varias mujeres. La causa, la cual fue iniciada por la actriz Alyssa Milano, recibió el apoyo de estrellas como Lady Gaga, Debra Messing y otros cientos de miles de personas, incluyendo algunos hombres como el actor estadounidense Javier Muñoz. El propósito de esta campaña, cuya etiqueta fue publicada más de 500,000 de veces, sirvió como una crítica abierta a la cultura de objetivación en Hollywood y en apoyo a los derechos de las mujeres. Bueno, cardenales, estas son todas las noticias de español por el día de hoy. Mi nombre es Vanessa Herrera y ahora los dejo con el segmento de deportes.
Welcome, Cardinals fans. I'm your sports reporter, Ryan Shoptaw. The Cardinal football team had their first win of the season against Lamar University. Running back Derek Mitchell ran through Lamar defenders, rushing 74 yards into the end zone, making it the 3rd longest run in UIW football history. As the players of Lamar fought, the Cardinals fought right back. UIW finished the game with over 450 yards in total offense and looked unstoppable, scoring on all 4 offensive opportunities. The next game is Saturday versus Nicholls State. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. Hope to see you there. The women's soccer team played Sam Houston this past Sunday at Benson Stadium and persevered. Midfielder Ann Campa tied up the game. As the second half progressed, Both teams had shots on goal, but no luck. Then in the 64th minute, forward Brooke Hansen scored an incredible goal, leveling the score 2-2. After 2 extra periods in overtime, the team finished the game with a tie. The next game is this Friday against Abilene Christian University at 7 p.m. With a left-footed goal coming from 15 yards out, the UIW men's soccer team came out with a victory against California State University. Here's Jill Goosey with more on the story.
Hey Cardinals, we're here at the men's soccer game as they take on Utah Valley State. Let's go check out some highlights and check in with some players. What are your thoughts on the first half?
First off, I thought we dominated the game. We knew coming into today's game it would be a tough one because Utah Valley have been up there last few seasons and they always give us a tough game, but we knew on the home field we have to give a show, and I thought we were the better team out there, so I just got to work on that.
Right, and what can you do this next half to ensure the win?
We said that we need to be a bit more physical, win a bit more of our battles, and a bit more intelligence and urgency in the final third.
I think we started really well, controlled the game really well. Just feel like we just got to be a bit more decisive, kill the game off. We're playing really well. Just got to get that goal.
How did it feel to make that shot in the 68th minute to tie up the game?
Felt really good. At first, I couldn't believe it. I've never scored a goal in college, so once I scored, it was just amazing. It was an amazing feeling. It was overwhelming.
What are your thoughts about the game?
It was a hard fight. I know they don't like coming down here and playing, but we knew that and we kept the pressure on them, and we just kept on fighting. And luckily, Diaz got the goal and I got the goal, so it was a good win.
After a nail-biter, the Cardinals won 2-1. Make sure to come out Sunday at 1 p.m. as they take on Seattle University. I'm Jillian Goosey reporting for UIWtv Sports.
The men will travel to take on Houston Baptist University this Sunday at 7 p.m. The UIW men's golf team traveled to New Mexico State Golf Course on October 17th for the Herb Wimberly Intercollegiate. The team finished in 8th place, and sophomore John Hill finished 14th overall, shooting a +3. Way to go, John. The Cardinals will be hosting the 2018 James Eaton Memorial at the Republic Golf Club starting on October 30th. The Cardinals cross-country team has been kicking hard. Let's go to Gabrielle Estrada to see how they did there on their last meet.
Hey Cardinals fans, we're here at McAllister Park where the cross country is hosting their 12th annual Invitational. Let's see how it goes.
The men ran first. They ran the 8K. We did something a little different. We were coming off the 10K last week at Arkansas. So some of the guys were still banged up, sore calves, etc. So we trained pretty lightly this week. Dion went first and Garrett got second. So it was a good 1-2 finish.
You know, we all packed up and we started off strong, and then me and Dion were able to kick it up, finish strong, and get 1-2.
My race went well. We had a plan to run as a group today and execute, or to close our gap, and I think it worked out pretty well.
And then on the women's side, unfortunately, we lost to A&M Corpus Christi by 1 point. It was 27-28. But overall, I think it was a good day.
It was a little disappointing finishing a point behind Corpus Christi, but I feel like we really went together well as a group. I tried to stay up with the 5th place and 4th place girls, so I came in 6th. But overall, I think our team did really well.
Now we don't have any more races until conference, and so we have 20 days until the conference championship. So we'll just keep working on getting everybody fresh for conference. And the good thing is everybody's healthy. It's just a matter of getting fresh and being ready to go.
If we all tighten up a little bit more over these next 3 weeks, we'll definitely be a tough contender in conference.
The Cardinals did great with the men finishing first and the women having a close second. This is Gabrielle Estrada reporting for UIWtv Sports.
Don't forget to check out our social media for home game updates and scores, as well as online at cardinalsathletics.com. That is all from UIW Sports. I'm Ryan Shoptaw. Stay tuned for weather with meteorologist Brittany Morales.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Good afternoon, Cardinals. I'm meteorologist Brittany Mireles, and our current temperature is 61, and our dew point is 42, a lot of that dry, fresh air that we've been experiencing. For our local temperatures, we have over here in Uvalde at 58 and Hondo 53, all around into the upper mid-50s. San Antonio and Kerrville are our hot spots for today. Our dew points, we have over here in Kerrville 45 and Hondo 42. So all around just really dry, fresh air that we've been experiencing coming in from the north. Now for our satellite and radar, we have some precipitation over here in Boston that was part of this front that came through this week. And right here is actually snow that Casper is experiencing, and it's going to be coming up until Denver. Now for your futurecast, another front is coming in on Friday morning. It's going to be pushing in that dry air and bringing in a lot of those cool temperatures that we're going to be having. For your Halloween forecast, at 3 p.m. it's going to be 75, 6, 71, and at 9, when you should be wrapping up that trick-or-treating because it is a school night, 63. We're going to be experiencing showers all Halloween, but it's going to be on and off. You still need those umbrellas though, and make sure that you are prepared for all this rain. For your 7-day, we are going to have a high today of 84 and a low of 58, and then that cold front's going to be moving in, and our homecoming game is going to be really chilly, so make sure you bring out a jacket. And for the rest of the week, it's going to be some precipitation up until Tuesday. Thank you and have a nice day, Cardinals.
Thanks for tuning into our broadcast. Keep up with what's going on at UIWtv by following our Instagram and Twitter and liking us on Facebook.
Have a great weekend and make sure to tune in 2 weeks from now for the latest news from on and off campus. I'm Stephen Tobin.
And I'm Kathleen Sundin.
Signing off.